Hi collective, it's Kai. I just recorded a whole 30-minute video and decided not to post it, so I'm back. Because I wanted my next video from the past to now, like the past most recent upload. I really want my videos to be kind of like I'm the Ane-san of a Yakuza group. You're a part of my Yakuza group. Okay, I don't mean that we're gangpes, like I don't mean that we're gang members, but you know, you part of the fam, like we're in our own clan. If you want to be a part of the clan. If you follow me, you're part of the clan, bro. But I want it to be like my words can be inspiring or motivational, encouraging, empowering. And so that's kind of what this video is going to be about. I'm going to talk a little bit about myself, of course, but just to like connect with you guys and let you know that I'm also human. But yeah, I was realizing, I was just laying down right here and I was just like, damn, I actually have not the greatest experience with trusting other people and their words. And as I'm saying that, I'm like, yeah, that really pertains to not only my past experiences with general people, but like even how I was raised. Like my parents' word was like, for example, such good examples. Oh yeah, we'll pick you up. 4 hours later, you know, still not getting picked up. That type beat. But anyways, I'm gonna pull some cards just to like get the general energy, because there's just, okay, I already have the Ace of Pentacles and the Hierophant card 5 underneath the deck, but I recognize that every time I feel fear when it comes to like comparing myself to people, feeling like I'm not good enough, feeling like other people are more worthy, that it would make more sense if another scenario that didn't include me worked out better. I tend to have that thought a lot, actually. The one where it's like, oh, if I wasn't there, like it'd probably be a lot easier. But I'm not saying that easier is better either. That's the big thing. But because I stand true in being someone that can possibly trigger people. And I mean this in the most enlightening way possible, but you know, sometimes it can be a very negative experience, so to your own. I'm just recognizing though that there's so much more to what I am creating within my reality, because I'm stepping away from not viewing my past as just my past, you know? Like, I mean, like attaching to it, feeling like that's the only thing that can happen. It's more of like, I look at those experiences and I'm like, okay, that happened. What is it teaching me about myself though? You know, like, why did I move that way? Why did I act that way? Why did I choose to speak to them in that way? Like, why am I reactive versus responsive? What is causing me to feel triggered and unsettled, unsafe? So it's like all these aspects that have been shown to me, and I mean like these things that happen in my reality. And so therefore the factual experience, and if I don't remember something verbatim, then I don't even bother trying to like make the story play. If anything, it is just on your own perception of what's happening. But if you don't really have that kind of ability to reflect on the experience and like event, then the ability to tap into different perspectives, I feel like, is a little bit limited. And I only say this as someone who has trauma brain and also ADHD tendencies, and definitely due to smoking. So my memory is not the greatest. But just to kind of like dig a little bit more into that message, if you've been aligning with what I've been saying, then this message is most definitely for you. That's just how you confirm if you're new to spirituality and tarot readings. Anything that you feel like is a negative experience, one, ask yourself, am I reacting to this? What about this is making me be reactive? What is making me feel on edge? What is making me feel uncomfortable? If you feel unsafe, that's a little different. But if you feel uncomfortable, tread lightly on how you want to actually choose. Because being able to challenge your comfort zone is going to be important to alchemize your own space presence. yeah, I definitely am trying not to rush the process during this time, because I have a lot of things that happen around me. Like, I just had my RA interview, and like, honestly, I have just not been feeling good about my self-esteem. I didn't really mean to myself, but that's not, I'm not saying that that's necessarily a good thing, but it's also not a bad thing either. It's just making me realize, like, there's a very deep-seated insecurity here, and there's definitely a way for me to show up for myself. It's kind of like figuring out what exactly that is, what exactly works for me, and in the end, it always comes back to love. So it's like, how can I show myself I love myself more? Like, how can I show myself that I'm willing to choose you first? I'm going to choose you no matter what. And how can I work with you so that you can feel this? How can I work with you so that you can feel this too? I think there's something so integral to this, because think about a relationship, right? There's always this fantasy, this fucking projected idea, delusion that relationships are meant to be smooth sailing. That's not the point of a relationship. A relationship with someone is to connect with them, to work with them, to build with them, to grow with them, to evolve with them, to choose with them. Like, you choose them, they choose you. That is your own rightful decision. And so that's why consent is important. That's why crossing people's boundaries is of significance. And that's why, honestly, change is also really important. Being open to change. It's not that you have to change. No, it's that if you are open to change, then you can choose anything. And so, wow, I'm about to go off, bro. This is good reading. But seriously, like, I feel like for me, it's been kind of alchemizing those points. Even the things that I used to not enjoy, even the things I used to enjoy, like piano's been hitting different. Like, piano's been really, not even in like a, oh, I want to play more. It's like something about it is just not there, and I feel like I need to experiment with it, right? So practice different songs, different maybe try different techniques, styles. I really like Chopin, so I play a lot of romantic era. But I've started playing my anime music again, and like, even with like tarot, I'm recognizing that I get quick messages from a lot of cards, but I get really intense, like deep messages from just a few cards too. And I usually don't pull, like, for example, like 3-card readings. Like, I don't really do that kind of format usually, but it's been clicking different, you know, and like doing makeup and going out, like just when I feel like it, like not based on like, oh, today's Friday, like let's go out. Like, no, it's literally just like, oh, this is, I feel like I want to dance, I feel like I want to like move around, I'm gonna go do it. And like, especially with what's happening in the world, like, I've been trying to be a lot more graceful and being compassionate to myself and forgiving myself. Like, yes, I did act in that way. Yes, I did used to be a lot more ignorant and unknowledgeable. Yes, like, yes, those were things that were a part of my reality. I didn't know this information, like all these things, right? And then it's like, moving forward, I'm like, okay, but how can I be different without limiting myself from my past experience? And I'm like, okay, always open myself up to love, right? Always open myself up to joy and peace. And then it's also recognizing that I will not choose the same if I feel intuitively. This is where my faith in myself is coming in so strong, is because I've built trust in my own intuitive notion. So therefore, I'm now able to have faith in my own ability to discern and make decisions based on my discernment. And so obviously I take this by moment. I don't put pressure on myself, and it's really, really something that has remained very cleared, because I'm moving into a new karmic cycle where I'm recognizing that there's so much that I do to myself that makes me feel like absolute fucking garbage. Like, I literally feel like a fucking booger, and I just like feel like the most disgusting piece of fucking phlegm. Like, it's just I feel useless. And you know, there's obviously a lot of attributes that contribute to that, not just pertaining to my own internal experience, but also like societal biases and stereotypes and shit like that, and like, honestly, capitalism, consumerism. But yeah, like, being someone that actually is there for yourself, new concept. I'm just kidding, like, seriously, like, I'm just genuinely starting to do that more for me. And it's funny because I always thought like, oh yeah, I'm totally doing it. I'm totally being here for myself. I'm totally just loving myself, you know, like I love myself so much. And I'm like, now I'm like, damn, I love me, right? But like some decisions I'm like, fuck bro, kind of fucked me with that. And so yeah, I don't know. No, it's not that I don't know, I don't want to talk about it. Oh man, but I do feel like I've kind of turned a new leaf with being someone who's very emotionally knowledgeable and yet also very kind of immature. Like I feel like I can be kind of emotionally immature, and as someone who values emotional maturity, it's kind of like the whole duality of it, the paradox of being the more you mature, the more immature you're capable of being. That's just what I believe, at least because of balance and yin and yang. But yeah, I recognize that I really do want to focus on my intention of giving life to myself, to feel alive. I want to be able to do that for me. That I feel like is the truest mission of our own personal experience, is to choose things that give us life. And that comes in so many different forms that it cannot be decided by anyone else but yourself. And I find a lot of peace in that. I find a lot of peace and a lot of security in that as well, which is nice because I feel like building a safe environment for me to expand is kind of lucid, you know, it's elusive. I feel like you can't really define things all the time, but that's just my own perspective on it. I don't believe that that's right for everyone, but it's just something that I go through, and I think it's just really important for me to acknowledge and validate that yes, I go through very different things than other people, but I will find my people. I will find my, like, the people that I just vibe with. And it's not because we have the same experiences, it's because we're open to those experiences. And I'm recognizing that a lot, especially with sometimes when I'm resistant to certain conversations or certain things being brought up. Like, it shows me a lot about myself, and sometimes I just need a rest. Sometimes I just need a fucking rest. I just need to chill. Like, this part of me that always wants to work and do shit, I just need to take a chill pill, you know? But yeah, here's my new friend. This is Usagi-chan. So Usachi. I got him so recently. I don't know. It's a he, her, but so fucking cute, bruh. Look at this. He's so kind. But yeah, I send you so much support and love during this time. Really try not to rush yourself if you're trying to like go forth in a direction that yeah, just honestly in anything, just don't rush your process. Allow things to fall through naturally, fall into place naturally, and just go with the flow. Because if anything, don't invalidate your experience, but also it is really important to recognize that you do know that you deserve better, and you deserve better from yourself. And that's just the hardest truth that anyone can face, is that you need to do better by you. You deserve better, and you're the only one who can actually give that to yourself. Like, truly, like, no one else can actually like make a decision like you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you feel this the same way I do, but like anyone's decision is totally based on their own perception, their own perspective, what they're open to, what they process and progress through. And so if that's something that you feel like is so different, so out of pocket, so random, so whatever, don't compare it to anyone else's experience, because you yourself are the one who's meant to experience it through that way, with that way, for you. It's working for you. You have to allow yourself to actually guide you sometimes too. Like, just because life is happening for you doesn't mean you don't have any control. You don't have any choice. Doesn't mean you have any choice. Don't have any choice. Like, I don't even mean control. Like, I just mean choice, truly. You have a choice. You have a choice every single fucking day. You have a choice to drink water. You have a choice to breathe air. You do. It's a choice. And sometimes, you know, sometimes we really push ourselves to the limit where we're so dehydrated, we're so deprived of love, of fulfillment, of satisfaction, of satiation. Like, there's so, oh, that's so clear. Like, why are you holding yourself? I'm sorry if I'm getting kind of fired up by this, but if you have the space, please listen. But why do you have to make yourself feel like you're not capable? Why do you have to make it feel like you're not someone who's so powerful, a person in general? Like, you're a person. You're a fucking person. You deserve that presence. You deserve that experience. Like, what is this? What is this? Bro, like, literally, wait. Let me talk about myself, because I just want to put it into perspective, right? Like, even when I'm actively, like, being insecure, right? Like, I'm insecure about a friendship, and I'm like, why wouldn't I want someone to be happy without me? Why wouldn't I want someone to be happy and living their best life, being with people that they love? And like, and I actually talked about this in my video before, because I kind of didn't want to talk about it again, but I realized that I have a deep wound from my past ex. When we broke up, it was kind of like it ebbed off, you know, like it was just disconnected towards the end anyways. So we broke up, but then less than a month later, I'm pretty sure, they ended up getting with someone that they told me not to worry about. Deets. They told me not to worry about, and I was also intuitively picking up on that. And despite them telling me that they didn't want to be in a relationship, weren't ready for a relationship, and I don't know, they were just like going through their own shit, right? So the biggest thing that I took away from that was also recognizing I have trust issues, because I couldn't trust his word because of what his actions showed. And that's why I really value actions versus just words, consistency, in other words, and showing up. So even with that, right, and then kind of living in my life now and having these fearful thoughts come up and be like, oh, so what if someone that I really trusted and want in my life actually chose to be with someone that I would not support? And it would just be like, oh no, that's not my decision to make. You know, like, it's, why would I want him to be miserable? You know, like, I believe this very firmly, is, for me at least, when I'm in a relationship, I will be all in. I will be within the relationship. But when we break up, I'm sorry, but we're done. I will wish you the best in health, in life, in happiness, love, and joy. But genuinely, that's your life. We're not a part of each other's lives anymore. And so when we broke up, I eventually healed enough to get to a point where I was just like, I just want you to be happy. I know that you were struggling when I last saw you, talked to you, and I just want you to be happy, right? So it's like having this whole mindset of being like, okay, but why would I wish misery upon another person when, one, I know exactly how it fucking feels. I know exactly how that fucking feels. And it's so crazy how karma works, bro. It's so crazy how karma works. Like, karma is so real. No one can fight me on this. Like, genuinely, like, the balance that comes from being able to recognize every single point that is turning, you can pivot. You can pivot. There's so many points of the 180 that allows the balance to actually have you experience something that can bring into your own cognizant awareness that this is a possibility. This is shit that actually fucking happened. This shit affects me. And this is a good segue into me recognizing how me being like a bully to my sister fucking comes right back like a fucking boomerang. That bitch hit me. Like, actually she did, but it's like but like, I'm not trying to, I don't want to joke about it. It's just I'm recognizing that I actually have to take responsibility. That's, for me, I feel like that's as someone who's a spiritual practitioner, I definitely feel like I had to learn that. I had to experience that. Unfortunate, as unfortunate as it was, and as much as it fucking dysregulated me and fucked me up, it's fine. It's fine because I got through it, and I'm here right now, and I can still show love, and I can actually choose myself now. So that's where this whole like evolution has allowed me, because I left home because I couldn't be home. I couldn't even stand being here anymore because I felt so fucking unsafe. I felt so fearful. I felt so twitchy and like fucking on edge. And then I go outside and then I realize that those actions are still gonna be there. Just in a different environment. It's good shit, man. It's good shit. Like, damn, ate that shit up so good. Like, I didn't let that get me down. I just fucking lived through it and I remained pure. I remained pure in my intentions. I said, I want to move through love because I fucking don't feel love for my like environment. I don't feel love for myself because it's also like, how could I not have been able to protect myself during that time, but also frazzled, like all these things, right? And then it's just coming back to me again after leaving, coming back and like being here for a while, and then months going by, and then me actually making moves and talking to people and like reconnecting with life, my life force. And it's just so man, I pray that these words meet the right people. I know that they will. I know that these words will meet the right people, because there's so much information out there. You have a treasure trove of fucking knowledge and wisdom within your very own existence. Oh my god. Like, it's crazy because I'm someone who I'm struggling right now, at least with self-esteem and stuff, and I'm like, no, why do I believe that other people are so fucking powerful and I don't believe the same about myself? What is that? Like, what is that? Like, genuinely, that's so fucking stupid. Like, it's not even stupid. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't actually make sense. That's my ego brain, bro. That's my ego brain. Like, I recently was trying to apply for camp again, and I was just like literally on the questionnaire, I was like, oh fuck, I'm so I am not confident. And it just made me recognize that. Like, I was just like, damn, I'm hesitating so much. And like, because camp is a lot. Like, I feel like there's just so much to be responsible for, and like, as someone who feels like that part of me is still healing, like, I'm trying my best not to put pressure on myself. So to apply and work there where I feel so much pressure to perform and to be a certain way, oh man, I don't know, it's very triggering. It's so triggering. Like, the whole aspects of performing in front of people, such a trigger, bruh. Such a trigger. But okay, let's tie this up, right? So I just shared that experience because I feel like holding the perception to be a certain way so strongly, so much pressure, so much fucking like, ooh, like, you just literally are not letting go. Relax. You're doing fine. You're actually doing completely fine. Everything you're doing is great, you know? Do it by you. Respect you. Right? Honor you. Just honor you, bro. Fuck what everyone else thinks. Like, genuinely, I'm literally telling myself this. I'm like, why do I do this? Why do I even bother? Like, genuinely, why do I bother? Because if people truly see my intentions, if they take my word for word and my actions for actions, and also call me out, right? you know, I think this is so important, is like, I don't believe that people come into my life simply so that we can get along and have a good old time. I think it's also to stand up for ourselves, to speak our truths, to be vulnerable, and also allow authenticity. So therefore, boundaries, and not even like to control the situation, but to inform. To inform, bro. Okay, so just to clean up this reading and to end this freaking video, because as much as I love you guys, I want to spend time alone and with myself. But I mean that in the most endearing way, I promise. And so I'm definitely, there's a lot of air energy, bro. There's a lot of air energy, and when it comes to being able to guide yourself within that, I think it is important to be, I think the word is pragmatic, but it's just, I feel like being able to discern when you are in your emotional state versus your more objective state. So subjective, objective, but I think it's just gonna allow this kind of process to start to really, really clear out, so that more distinct decisions can be made. And there has been a lot of walking away. There's been a lot of presenting yourself different opportunities, different outlets, different resources, different embodiments. Like, I think overall it's just been like experimental. So I definitely feel like if you're in this energy, allow yourself to experiment in such different ways. Like, sometimes it is really helpful to do this with other people, you know, like where you're going out and they're like, hey, like, want to do this? And you're like, okay, sure, like, I'll give it a shot. But like, I mean it with yourself, where you're like adventuring with you, and like the natural flow that comes from your own voyages with yourself, your own like expeditions. Like, you're trying to like discover something new, right? You're going on an adventure, you're on your own, you're noticing different things, you're picking up different intel, you're gaining new experiences, you're facing different problems with a different mindset, with a different process. So allow yourself that experience. Like, allow yourself that really expansive, influentially, like inspirational, like allow yourself to influence in your inspiration. Because to be ignited by other people, to have inspired action, that can most definitely come from others. It can also most definitely come from yourself, but it is really special. It is, and it doesn't make you more special than other people. It just, that influence from others is so special in itself that it cannot be the same as your own special experience with you. You know, like, that's how special that is. That's how special your own experience is. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. It's been a pleasure. If you want a personal reading, bro, I got you. Psychiky, PSYCHI Kai KY @gmail. Email me. My rates are pretty low because I just want to like give guidance. It's not for monetary reasons. It's just a good way to do energy exchange with you guys. So I know I don't interact with you guys as much besides with the comments and stuff, but yeah, I do have Instagram if you want to like connect on there too. It's all linked in my bio description, and I have other things that I do too, but I just haven't been focused on those. So for now, it's been a lot of poetry. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna post a video of a poem that I wanted to do, and I was just gonna post it as a post, but I'll do a reel because I wanted to do the spoken word. But yeah, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for being here. Genuinely, I don't know if it seems like I'm being sarcastic. I was looking at my video, like the one before, and I was like, kind of seems a little sarcastic. Why is that? Because like I remember saying that and being very genuine. Like, why does it? But yeah, hi and bye, because, or I guess in Korean it's different. But anyways, no, 안녕, 잘 가. That's different. Yeah, never mind. But yeah, it's been a pleasure. I wish you the best on your spiritual journey, and stay safe, stay healthy, drink some water, take a deep breath, go for a walk. I'm about to go for a walk myself, and you know, let's choose ourselves. Let's love ourselves more. Like, you deserve that. I deserve that. Fuck. Ciao.